Hey everyone, it's Dr. Dan Ritchie. I don't know if you've been using AI tools. I know there's some people that don't like to use them. Some people are using them all the time. So I'm going to show you three simple ways you can improve your content marketing, email, video, social media, however you want to use it. So here's a quick example of a chat GPT prompt. I put in workshop sales page for women concerned about bone health and brain health as they age. And boom, Chat GPT gives me all sorts of bulleted content for if you're over 50, these silent changes may already be happening. Bullet points introducing the workshop, the Strong Bones and Sharp Minds workshop. I mean, they've even given me, all sorts of one-liners, the muscle brain bone triangle, a lot of things I hadn't even thought of. Some of the copy I like, some of it it's AI. So I toss it out. They even walk you through how do you put your bio in, meet your instructor. I don't even know if I'm going to do a workshop. What I was really interested in was just beginning to talk about this topic. And then it says, if you like, I can also create a high converting webinar script, an email sequence, a stronger osteopenia reversal position. I said, give me some images. Boom, gives me an image. Wasn't totally crazy about this image. This instructor doesn't really look like me. I said same image, but remove the white coat expert instructor. Same image essentially, right? So, um, I mean, there's just so many things you can do with this. Then I said, yeah, take action on the email sequence. I have actually used some of these emails already. Now I rewrite them, um, but some of them come with great subject lines. Why healthy aging requires more than walking. Yeah, that's a good headline for a social media post, for an email, for lots of things, right? So that's just one example. Some people are like, I hate using Chat GPT. I don't want anything AI. Hey, no problem. Just go over to Google and say top fears women over 60 search. Right? Let's just see what Google says, right? Top searched fears and concerns: health and mobility, financial stability, cognitive decline, loss of independence. I mean, all of these things are things you should be talking about, right? Of course, then you can go deeper just by asking anything here. Some of these will even give you videos. You're like, huh, top six fears of women over 60. What are you afraid of? And then I can go through some of these prompts, right? What makes a 65-year-old woman attractive, right? I mean, 11 things older women do. What's the number one fear? I mean, Google will give you headlines and talking points. And then YouTube's a great resource. So I use YouTube a fair amount. Here's a search I did on YouTube recently: women over 60 searching for bone health. And YouTube will give me tons and tons of content. In fact, I might even find an expert on here I like and share their video to my audience, or I might see a headline I like, I might see an idea, I might say, you know, women and cognitive health. And I mean, YouTube's going to have hundreds of videos on this women's brain health, optimizing. I mean, amazingly, Alex Hormozy gets in here. That's a sponsored thing. How menopause affects the brain, a TED talk, 5 cognitive supplements, on and on and on, right? So why am I sharing all of this with you? The reality is sometimes we get to a loss for what to talk about, right? We're not even sure. And you can use Google, you can use YouTube, you can certainly use Chat GPT and other AI to help you come up with headlines, prompts, topics. And then these things go in your email blasts, they go in your YouTube videos that you create. They'll even write a video script for you on a specific topic. They go in your Facebook posts. A recent email I sent out was very osteopenia focused. I asked people to respond to a survey of 5 questions. I said, if you're a woman 50 to 74, please respond to these 5 questions. If you're over 75, please respond to these 5 questions. And if you respond, I'll give you 2 weeks of free personal training. I mean, it's sort of a bait and switch, easy gimmick. I want the responses, but I also want people that want 2 weeks of free personal training. So don't overthink how to use these tools. They're at our disposal. I guarantee you your competitors are using them. Google search, YouTube, Chat GPT. You can put out so much more content on so many various topics, from brain health to bone health to musculoskeletal health. So I would get using them. If you haven't registered for my webinar on Thursday, it's free. I'm going to go deep into all of the marketing opportunities for the aging population. Continues to be the most affluent clientele, the most successful clientele, and a great business opportunity. And all of these strategies work, right? Sometimes people are like, oh, well, older adults absolutely check their email. They're on Facebook and they're huge consumers on YouTube. So if you're not using those three strategies, register for my webinar on Thursday. Thanks.